Hello and welcome to Talking Ish. It is Friday, November 13th. I am your host, Jim Hodgson. I represent a crack team of comedy writers known as the Scene Shop. We will be tearing apart the news of Decatur-ish. And we're not talking real journalism here, folks. We're talking ish. Let's do this. In our top story tonight, Republicans in disarray. Georgia Senators Loeffler and Perdue joined forces to attack Brad Raffensperger, the Republican Secretary of State of Georgia, saying that Raffensperger should resign without giving any reason why. Now, the statement calling for Raffensperger's resignation reads like a toddler's treatise on not wanting to take a bath. I don't want to take a bath. Come on, baby, why not? Just give us a reason. You can't just say you don't like it. Give us a reason. I just don't like it, mama. Now, the whole thing appears to be a plan spearheaded by the president to get Loeffler and Perdue to cast doubt on the Georgia election results so that the president can continue to pretend he didn't lose. He did. I'm concerned for Mr. Raffensperger. I mean, he's got everybody breathing down his neck right now. How's he handling it? Well, he's far too busy at the moment to come on a comedy news show to give an interview, but we can still get a sense of how he's handling things. Please welcome Brad Raffensperger's Underpants.
Thanks, Jim. Glad to be here.
So, what's it like to be the undergarments of Georgia's top election official?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Usually it's a pretty easy gig. Brad's a very hygienic guy. I've heard some horror stories from some of my colleagues. I feel really lucky.
I mean, it's a pretty high-pressure job, Secretary of State. It's Brad's responsibility to secure the election results, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. But normally, the Georgia Secretary of State is also overseeing an election that he himself is also running in, but that's not the case with Brad, so I have a slightly easier time of it.
So, Mr. Raffensperger is a Republican. The Georgia governor is a Republican, and we're now very much a battleground state. So, what was it like for you as the election loomed?
Loomed. I get it. But yeah, no, great question. It was tense, maybe a little bit more sweating than usual, maybe the occasional nervous trouser cough, but no sparkling water or potatoes.
And then what happened on election night as the results appeared to favor President Trump?
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of unclenching, shall we say. But then we got twisted back up, pretty fast.
You mean as the mail-in vote got counted?
Yeah, as the workers started to count the mail-in vote and Mr. Trump's lead in Georgia started to come down. Well, yeah, I don't like to talk about it.
You're speaking about Trump's lead in Georgia coming down to 5,000 votes, then 1,000.
Yeah, when the lead dipped to 1,000 votes, with all those votes from Clayton County, Fulton County. Oh God. Brad, I'm sorry, but there was a tinkle squirt for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's not Brad's fault. It was just, it's so tense, and they want so much for Mr. Trump to win.
And then what happened when Biden took the lead in Georgia?
Oh God, it was hell. Front porch, back deck, you name it. Oh, number ones, number twos, numbers they haven't invented yet. It was all coming out.
I'm really sorry for you. Take a moment if you need it.
I'm sorry, Jim. I've been through so much. I mean, you know how humiliating it is to end a day being carried in a plastic bag. His wife was talking about just sending me straight to the trash.
So what's ahead for you and Brad with two runoffs for control of the U.S. Senate ahead for Georgia?
Yeah, right. Two runoffs in Georgia for control of Mitch McConnell's Senate. That's rich.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but yeah, Warnock and Ossoff are headed to a runoff for control of the U.S. Senate. It's January 5th.
Okay. Oh, sweet Jesus. No. Fuck. No.
There you have it, folks. Tucker received approval from the Georgia Department of Transportation to fix one of the most dangerous intersections in the city. The intersection of Coolidge Road and Brockett Road at US 78, also known as Stone Mountain Freeway, is rated the second worst in Tucker. Now, some may be worried that the improvements will slow down traffic, but to combat this, the stoplight will always be green both ways. This week, Tucker High School has been holding a virtual silent auction in order to raise funds for student scholarships. It's unofficially titled the Please Help Me Get These Grown Kids Out of My House scholarship. Now, the scholarship also provides grants for teachers, but in typical U.S. education system fashion, the teachers have to bring that one themselves. DeKalb County voted overwhelmingly to empower the county ethics board. Come on, guys, a vote for ethics? I mean, that means 2 votes in Georgia that have not gone the way the president would have wanted. Now, previously, for whistleblowers to register complaints, they first had to submit that complaint to Human Resources, which were down in the cellar. Now, you would need to bring a flashlight because the lights didn't work, nor did the stairs. But you could eventually file your complaint at the bottom of a locked filing cabinet stuck in a disused bathroom with a sign on the door saying, "Beware the leopard." Also, and this part is 100% true, the DeKalb County Purchasing Department can no longer accept gifts from people who might do business before it. Now, if you're thinking, hey, Jim, that's an obvious thing that should already have been disallowed, well, maybe this imported beer gift basket could change your mind, huh? How about that? We got some Fin du Mont in there, Delirium Tremens, a Saison DuPont, huh? I'm kidding. This is actually from the Tucker High silent auction from before. Bid on it, support some kids, give the beer to me. The Board of Health has partnered with Georgia Military College's Stone Mountain campus for a DriveThru Flu Shot clinic. It is the only drive-thru in the country that will accommodate tanks. If things go well, they want to expand the offerings to drive-thru vasectomies. DeKalb County is giving its sanitation customers bigger trash cans. Residents will now be able to host their own 2020 dumpster fires. And that's DeKalb County for you, giving you the gift that's impossible to re-gift. The Sanitation Center says that this is because the previous 65-gallon bins they weren't satisfying the needs of most families. And now you'll have somewhere to put your family's political hot takes. Now, finally tonight, this is our first episode of Talkin' Ish, and I don't want to make it too much about national stuff, but I do have a confession to make. You see, I made a promise the other night when I was pleading to all the gods that Georgia would turn blue, and now it's time to pay the piper. As you know, due in large part to the coalition formed by Stacey Abrams and others listed here, Biden won Georgia. But before the celebrations began, there were a few dark days there where it looked like Trump would probably still lose the election but win Georgia. Now, as Trump's lead crept down from 100,000 votes to 50,000 to 5,000, I kind of had a moment. Now, I wanted it to happen so bad that I reached within myself for something lodged deep in my soul that I could throw overboard. And I tweeted this. I tweeted that if Georgia flipped, I would personally forgive Kasim Reed for Park Atlanta. Now, if you're not familiar with Park Atlanta, the city decided back in 2009 to privatize parking. The private company then ticketed everything in sight, including the mayor's own SUV. If you were used to parking on the street near your house, as I was, you suddenly found yourself getting tickets just for going home. Well, I promised to forgive Kasim Reed for that if Georgia flipped. So, sir, I forgive you. It was the late aughts. We just had a global economy meltdown. Money was tight. Now, as a comedy writer and performer, I know all about money being tight. And speaking of hey. If you like Talkin' Ish, why not become a supporter of the Scene Shop? You can find our Patreon at our website, sceneshop.us. Please let Decatur-ish know what you thought of the show. We hope you liked it. Until next time, I am Jim Hodgson. We'll see you later. Love you. Mean it.